Hello my fragrance lovers and my good smelling companions, Dominic here for Fragrance Reviews. And we've been going through the Replica scent library, and I've been using these little samples, so there's not a whole lot in the box at the moment. And I've been trying to, I've been doing them in pairs as I've been reviewing them, and trying to match them so that they're a little bit similar to each other, the ones that I'm doing. So today's choice is not all that interesting, and they're not the best either, so I'm just going to go through this. I won't make this one too long, but we're going to get through them anyway. The ones after these two will be Whispers in the Library and Jazz Club. They should be quite interesting. I've done one review already on Jazz Club, of which I spoke fairly highly. But yeah, we're going to do the next two today, and these ones, we've got Flower Market and Springtime Walk in the Park. All right, and I'll start off with well, let's go with the easy one, Flower Market. Okay, so that's the first one we're going to start off with. They will both have a kind of a pinkish juice to them. All right, and so here's our first one, Flower Market. Now, really, let's just say it smells like a bouquet of flowers as the first kind of an impression. This one, it'll stay around for a while. It is very sweet. It is very much bouquet of flowers, and yes, it is a woman's perfume, that's for sure. The other one, however, is kind of a unisex one, even though that one is also fairly floral. But as we'll get to that one in a bit. Now, Flower Market, this one, it's a fairly regular, super floral feminine perfume. Very good for those of you who are very, just love to surround yourself with flowers. The whole idea of flowers is where it's at with this one. There's no sort of, it's fairly straightforward. Presentation for these fragrances, they come in these white boxes with a picture. Flower Market is just going to give you these bunches of flowers for your nice picture. It's always fairly colourful. The bottles generally are in this design. You can get travel versions of these fragrances. It's usually a good way to go with Replica. Get a travel size one, a bit bigger than this maybe, and give that a shot for a while. See if you like the perfume fragrance, and then see whether you want to buy it or not. So the bottles, as I say, will look like this. They'll be kind of whitish, and then clear glass with the fabric label on it. It'll say some information, you know, where it was produced, what date, kind of thing, and whether it's male, female, unisex fragrance. These will have a nice, very kind of pinkish. So the pink and white goes quite well together with these two, and this will have a kind of lightish pink colour of the perfume. Okay, and this one was out in 2012. They have a mixture of freesia, grasse rose petals, and then they have sambac, jasmine, and tuberose. Okay, so it's a mixture of those very floral notes. We're really not getting much in the way of fruity in this one. It really is simply floral is basically what you're getting. It's this, it's kind of a nice, cheerful, kind of happy mood. Yeah, it's got that, it blends in with just the idea of an abundance of flowers and a kind of a feminine trail. You might not necessarily pick up what the perfume is. You'd know that that's something feminine and floral. And if you want to go with a fairly basic feminine floral fragrance, this is good. However, I have to say that the performance is not amazing. You will get a few hours out of it. As one of my subscribers pointed out, sometimes it's easy to give too much credit to the performance on some of these Replicas perfumes, in fact, maybe quite a few. So always just be aware of that, and do usually get a sample maybe before you jump in and buy a bottle of a Replica fragrance. Maybe they're quite expensive. They are usually the big 100 ml versions as well. Now, it's true that there are plenty of other perfumes you could go for if you were into very floral fragrances. You know, there's just so much variety out there. You have no big need to pick up this particular perfume. I mean, the notes, they're not endless. It has certain very floral notes in it, but it's something about it that's characteristic of Replica that to me, I can't tell which flower in particular is coming out here, but then again, I'm not that experienced with that kind of thing anyway. I probably should be at this stage, but I mean, I would say that it does have a very distinctly, it does really give the flower bouquet kind of vibe straight to your nose, and it does give an immediate message of that floral idea and sense and vibe. So very, very much the floral notes in the air. I think it'll stay strong for a while, then it'll die down quite rapidly. So you know, you're talking a couple of hours. And again, that's why I would suggest, even if you did want to go with this, and if you're out and you wanted it to last, bring a travel version of the bottle maybe. But that's that one anyway. Flower market, go to the market, flowers everywhere. That's basically the idea. Very feminine, and you know, it would be up to you kind of where you'd want to wear that kind of a scent. I mean, because it's really quite strong, but then it depends on your personality a bit as well, how much you would throw on. Because at first it is quite, you know, it's quite strong, but then again, you know, it's not necessarily an eau de parfum, this one. So that's that one, and we're going to move on next and talk a bit about this one. It is called Springtime in the Park. So let's get a little go of this. Yeah, it's very nice. It is not quite so floral, but there are these floral notes in it. They say that it can be for men or women. So if you're a guy, then you like something a bit florally as well. But there's a pear kind of coming out of this one. Kind of a pearish note, yeah. So that kind of balances out the all the floral stuff they have in there as well. So that's probably why they say it can be for men or women. It's calm, it's unoffensive, it's wearable. So this one is a bit nicer. Well, not nicer. I mean, it's more interesting, I'd say. To me, I like the pear mixed in with some of that floral. I'd almost wear this on, I don't know, but it is attractive. It's almost tasty. It's a lovely smell. Again, now the performance is not going to be amazing on this one either. But that is quite a unique, if you're into the pearish, fruity accords, you know. 2019 is when this one was out, and they have quite a string of notes here. They have an opening of pear accord, which is what I was talking about, bergamot essence, blackcurrant accord. Then they have a heart of lily of the valley accord, jasmine, grandiflorum absolute, rose damascena absolute, and then a base of musks, vanilla accord, and ambrox. So they have it kind of musky. They have they got plenty going on. The lily of the valley accord, and the blackcurrant, and the pear, and the bergamot. So they have got a lot of rich notes in here that you'd really quite appreciate and just kind of look up to in a good perfume. I mean, it's it is a very pleasant smell, and it can be it can just be that nice smell. It's quite captivating. It's attractive. Now the idea is this springtime in the park. You know, you can get a kind of a fresh, sunny kind of parkish, if you like, but nice pleasant trees maybe with plum flower or something. I think that's what they have on the box. That is kind of purplish white flowers. They're kind of purple down the base, and then they kind of have this whitish thing. So again, springtime in the park was quite a well chosen name. There's something there in this. It's a bit hard to. They've got so much in it. So I'm definitely quite happy with this one. Again, all I'd say about it really is it's a bit, I mean, it's unisex. I don't know, I'd probably go for something a bit more on the masculine side rather than have too many unisex ones in my arsenal of colognes. I'd go for a few of those kind of things. Probably wouldn't wear it that much. Probably therefore wouldn't buy this full bottle. But you know, that's me. It has got something going for it with all these notes. Yeah, as I said, it's not amazing. Projection is quite good, but it's also quite gentle when it does reach you. So it's I don't know, maybe a little bit aquatic, fruity, floral, but more on the fruity side, and that kind of blends down these all these flowery notes as well. So it is quite an interesting one for somebody who's a guy and he likes unisex fragrances. I think that's where this would be quite a good choice for someone to try out. That's all I'm going to say on these two for now. Thanks for joining me so far on these. We have just 2 left in our fragrance samples, and then we will be done with the Replica scent library. Thanks for tuning in again today, guys, and as always, march forward, smelling good.